Let's introduce our guest who will talk about this latest release of the 82 Chibok girls. Now, first we have in the studio Program Director, Child Health Advocacy Initiative, Lola Alonge. Thank you very much for joining us. Lola will be joined by Chibok residents, Wavi Bulama. He's joining us from Borno State. And Melvin Ejay, rights activist, is joining us via Skype. Thanks a lot to you two gentlemen and, of course, the lady in the house. Let's begin with your views, ma'am, on the presidency. After the girls met with the president, now have said now that the welfare of these girls, the health and their basic rehabilitation now will be monitored closely by the presidency. How does that, how do you react now to what's needed for these girls?
Yeah, I will first of all start by saying congratulations, Nigeria. I'm quite happy, and I'm sure every Nigerian out there is happy. And of course, the president of Nigeria, well, I'm happy it actually happened now. And we just hope we're going to get more of the girls. Looking at the state of the girls presently, they have gone through a lot, physically, socially, psychologically, sexual abuse and all sorts. So I believe one of the ways of actually rehabilitating them is to look into how they can get them to have good health care. And of course, the president has said, well, he's going to look into that. And I am aware some other agencies like the UNICEF has also said they're going to see how they can give them psychosocial support. And even the Federal Ministry of Health made a statement this morning as well. So we're looking at a kind of a combination of therapy for them. They have gone through a lot of trauma. They need to be given psychological relief, emotional, physical, and then make sure they are fit enough to get back to school.
Oh, all right. That said, let's turn to Wavi now. You're a resident of Chibok, the Chibok community in Borno State now. And now we are having the largest set of girls released from the dreaded Boko Haram captivity. What are your comments?
Hello.
Good morning, Wavi. Carry on. Yeah.
Good morning. Hello, right now I'm in Chibok, so I'm in Banana community. So according to what I've get from the parents, some of the parents have already get a bus from their way to Abuja. So some of them have even sent a message as in congratulations message to the parents. And some of them are still reluctant that no matter how they be restricted, as in they may have one disease or another. So they say some of them are still reluctant that they will not even get in touch with their sisters. So some of them say even if they have, even no matter how the kind of disease they have, so they'll be welcoming their children as a normal kid as a parent. And
Wavi, when you say the parents now, is it the parents of the recently released girls? Now, are we talking about parents whose daughters have for long been in the Boko Haram den?
Sorry? I can't get you.
Yeah, can you specify to us now which parents you are referring to? Is it the parents of the girls who were just released now or parents who just lost daughters during that period?
Parents of the girls that are releasing now. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. Please hang on. Let's get the views of Melvin as well. Now, while many people are, of course, understandably glad at this latest news now, there's also some concern about the price the federal government had to pay for the release. What are your thoughts here? Hello, Melvin.
Yeah, can you hear me? Good morning.
Good morning, Melvin. Did you get the question?
Yes, I do. I do very correctly. First and foremost, I want to commend President Muhammadu Buhari for this feat, the Nigerian military, Red Cross, and other NGOs, and especially Senator Shehu Sani, who played the behind-the-scene role to get these girls released. This is quite commendable because the president has fulfilled 50% of one of his campaign promises. Now, my concern is that is the measure they use in securing these girls. Even though we've not had that on a confirmed authority yet from the federal government position, whether the modalities at which these girls were released, but if what is going on in the media is correct, that some Boko Haram commanders were swapped with these girls, well, I don't think any price is too much for Nigerians to pay for the release of these girls because they have been traumatized, their parents have been traumatized, the nations have been traumatized. However, we are appealing that federal government go further by de-radicalizing these sects. These commanders were released from prison custodies or wherever they are. That is, if at all they have not been de-radicalized. Because it is dangerous to release them back to the society without de-radicalizing them. So we advise and appeal to federal government to ensure that they are still kept in a protective custody, if at all. They are still kept in a protective custody to ensure that they are fully radicalized, to become human beings, to become people with conscience, to become people that are humane, to become people who will not go back to these terrorists before they can release them back to wherever they are.
All right, Melvin, Jay, thank you very much now for speaking with us on TVC News. We've noted all you've said. I'm afraid we cannot continue because of time. Let's also get your comments in this regard. Now, there's still so many girls in captivity, not just the Chibok girls now. What would you, rate or assess as to the state of health of those concerned who are waiting their loved ones to return home?
It's quite sad, and I just believe the same method that was used in getting these ones should be used to get the other about 100 thereabout girls still outstanding, and even those even in the communities, because like you mentioned, there's still some attacks going on there. These Boko Haram terrorists are still very much around. But I believe this negotiation should go beyond just releasing the girls. You need to really know what their issues are. Well, some could make sense, some may not make sense. The ones that you think you can meet, try and meet them and see how you can settle whatever they want. Are they asking for jobs? Are they asking for... But if it comes to issues like our girls should not be in school, well, that can't be tolerated. There is a law. And like I would keep on saying, the child rights law must be passed in most of the northern states. We still have close to about 16 states that have not passed that law. The child rights law must be in place. This is just a modern time. Our girls must be in school. They must be educated. So they won't believe maybe our culture and tradition does not permit a girl to be in school. All right,
but a quick one though. There's talk about whether for the mental balance now, mental recovery now, should they return home? Should they be taken to a neutral environment to begin the healing process? What's your advice?
I think they should still be kept in good care for now. Maybe for a period of time. It could be like a month or 2 or 3 months. But obviously going back to their family would also help them, because most of them would always say they want to go back, but they need to really make sure they are okay before they get them back to the community, which means physically, psychologically, they should do all the medical tests that they need to get done and make sure they are okay to be integrated back into the society. Because I can imagine, I couldn't even believe after 3 years we can still get them. They have gone through so much. So we really need to, we shouldn't be in a hurry to get them back to the community.
And we must also let the society also learn to adapt now to receiving these girls who no doubt must have changed.
Yeah, obviously. I'm sure they would love to have them back, and their families would really love to have them back as well.
All right, Lola Alonge there now speaking to us on the latest release of Chibok Girls. Mrs. Alonge is, of course, the Chief Executive of the Child Health Advocacy Initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you.